So you looked at them as being like where did you guys have felt like cherry picked over the years also a little bit, like people would take a little bit here and a little bit there because you were there before a lot of people.
Well, I didn't really realize how much we felt that way, but Andrew has footage in the film of Jeff calling out members of Motley Crue for ripping us off, and like random stuff like that I had no idea. But maybe.
Yeah. So who's the worst of the worst with that? I think Motley Crue is objectively a bad band.
You know what? I kind of agree, but I'm a big fan of noise music. I love like, no wave music and dissonant. And if you listen to the first Motley Crue record, I mean, seriously, Vince Neil sings in like weird quarter tone, flat,
it's intentional.
It is so bizarre. Yes. It's like, it's not even Western music at that point.
Sure. No,
so I have to hand it to them for originality.
Sure. If they were an East Coast band, they would have been on a version of No New York.
Well,
it would have been them and Mars.
That automatically makes them better than Poison.
They're the first no wave metal band. Are they? Yeah, but that's actually a good genre. No wave metal.
Yeah,
exists.
It would have been if he was in New York. It would have been him and Tony Conrad and Lamont Young and Vince Neil.
I would love to produce a Vince Neil solo record.
It's funny because one of the YouTubers that I watch, Rick Beato, I heard him. People were talking about he should produce again because now he's a very successful YouTuber, and he spoke with such pain in his heart when he talked about making a Vince Neil record. And that's why he could never produce again because of the pain and stuff. Because I think that quarter tone that you were talking about, I think he's a guy that has like perfect pitch, and like listening to that the entire time was pain and suffering for him. And it's just funny that you should say that you would like to produce Vince Neil.
Did you ever go to Vince Neil's restaurant in Las Vegas?
No. Is it good?
Oh, it's great. It's the worst.
Wings and
it's in Circus, which is the casino that everybody's like, oh, that's still they didn't knock that down yet. Vince Neil has a restaurant there, and there's just all this Motley Crue stuff everywhere, and they always have on the menu is a 40-ounce drink that you can order that is served to you in a plastic toilet that you wear around your neck. The string on, they're always out of the toilet. Anytime I've been there 2 times, both times, we don't have the toilet.
So do you get to keep the toilet?
Oh, you get to keep the toilet.
Okay, so it's a souvenir.
They're basically just puke it up after you're drinking.
They're filling this with just everything. I think it's one of those kind of kitchen sink drinks where it's just like, who cares?
So the idea is you drink the whole thing and then you relieve yourself in the toilet.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's very handy.
Now, because they're out of the toilet, I always wonder, does it mean that it's really popular or it's really unpopular? Like they just didn't order, like they finally got rid of them and they just didn't take it off the menu yet.
I can imagine that would be an Instagrammable moment, if you were to go to the Vince Neil, and imagine they were probably had their moment, the toilets, but who knows?
But that sounds like one of the great mysteries of life.
The Vince Neil, yeah.
What's it called? What's the restaurant?
What is the restaurant called? It begins with a T. I can't remember the name of it.
And was it Sammy Hagar's? Was before, like, who was the restaurateur first? Like,
no, I think Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar is like good at.
Yeah, he's been very successful with all of his endeavors. Yeah. And the Circus, that they're blowing that one up too. That's finally going to
so I think it's fine. Todd Watto was the name of Vince Neil's restaurant. People are saying it's closed now.
What does that mean? What is that word?
I have no idea.
Top Watto?
T-A-T.
Oh, Tot.
U-A-D-O.
Tot. It sounds like it's like weird technical stripper terms.
Yeah. Todd Watto. Vince Neil's Todd Watto Eat, Drink, Party was the full name for the restaurant. Oh. So, and did you ever see any of Vince's cameos that he was doing for people?
No.
Oh my God, those are the most. First of all, he's charging like way too much for what he was.
Oh, you mean cameo? I thought cameos on records.
No. He was, his cameo. They were 12 seconds long, and it would be him just going like, "Hey, Bill, I want to congratulate you on graduating from high school. Keep partying, Vince Neil." Like he's all like he just has his whatever his sinus issues are from past whatevers. There's such a rip. Like there's videos where he literally goes like, "Hey," like he like burps kind of in them, but doesn't like do a second take.
Wow,
he's a performance artist.
Yeah, he really like you're making a good case for Vince Neil is
that no wave.
Yeah. The secret genius.
Well, you know he is because do you remember the MTV one? It was a 1-season reality show Vince Neil did about him getting plastic surgery. It was him redoing his face, and it was the whole thing was.
But it was purely just performance.
Getting a new face, removing chins, getting his nose done. It was like maybe it was a 3-parter. It was between his solo career and Motley and re-entering Motley Crue.
I don't remember. This is now. I guess I'm going to be combing Pluto TV looking for.
But now are you proposing that he was doing it as performance art like Genesis Peerage or that kind of vibe? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know. Your guess. This is as good as mine. We should revisit it.
Yeah. No, I think or not. We could also just let this fade quietly. No, Vince Neil is. He's a troubling soul, and any of this like Motley Crue footage of them now is just pretty bleak. Like you just see like when the drummer is playing, like when he's it's like when Tommy Lee is faking things. It's just like you're like, I thought he would at least play.
Right, I know,
right?
But everything is
Well, it seemed, but it's very confusing because when Mick Mars outed them as being 90% on tape,
yeah.
But then you see all the footage of Vince Neil actually singing, which is again more performances. So I don't really know.
You're making a great case for Vince Neil now. People are going to be all interested.
Maybe he's the only real member of Motley Crue.